Let's talk about projecting fantasies onto somebody. Now, typically when it comes to topics like this, it's a relatively a romantic topic, right? Like what the fuck, like projecting fantasies. Like obviously, like you're not gonna think of you're not gonna consciously think about your friend or some shit like that. After hours, you're not gonna be laying in your bed fantasizing about your friends. Hopefully, if you do, then you're fucking gay. Then and this is not for you. and nah, but for you, but for real, like this is not really about what the fuck am I even saying, bro? Come on. There you go. I just make these videos for fucking I don't know what the fuck even I'm doing. What am I doing, bro? But yeah, okay, let's get serious for once. So I mog you, bitch. So yes. So we were talking about projecting fantasies onto somebody. I'm getting really close to the mic because I don't want anybody else to hear me talk about romantic shit like this. Shut the fuck up. Okay, but like yeah, this is a relatively a very intimate, a very romantic topic. Like I said, you don't majority of the cases if you're fantasizing about somebody, then that's probably gonna be a romantic partner or romantic interest. You're not gonna be fucking fantasizing about I don't know your teacher or something like that, right? Unless you are a fucking weirdo, then I can't relate with you, bro. You're alone in the on that one. So yeah, so let's log in for a minute. So projecting fantasies onto somebody. Okay. Now the first thing is that I used to do this shit a lot. Like even till now, sometimes I fucking do this shit. Even to, like I mean I still it's I think it's very normal to fantasize about people, especially those especially in a romantic way. I think it's very it's very common, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it because everybody has that shit. Like everybody does it. You do it. I do it. Fucking everybody does it. I'm pretty sure Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos do it too, right? I mean, I don't know what the fuck they fantasize about, but they probably do it too. They actually do it. They 100% do it. It's natural. But that's one thing, right? If you are fantasizing about I don't know somebody I don't know your wife or somebody you already know, that's different. That's that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you're fantasizing about somebody you don't even know. Like I used to do this shit a lot. Like I would I would like let's say I'm gonna talk to somebody, right? I would probably spend like I don't know 30 minutes just thinking about what the reaction would be, what what that person would think of me, what like I'm overthinking what the fuck how's the conversation gonna go. That has nothing to do with reality. That's actually projecting your fantasies or projecting your line of thought onto that person. Like let's say let's say I see somebody there. I don't know if it's a pretty girl or a pretty boy. Pause. I'm not fucking bi. No, don't think of me that way. I'm fucking straight as fuck. I'm just playing around. Actually, yes, one. I'm kind of sick, Loki. But I'm 100% straight. Don't even, don't even fucking. I'm 100% straight. So let's say you're about to talk to somebody, right? Let's say you are a man and you are about to talk to an attractive lady. If you get caught up in your head and just try to overthink the conversation like I used to do, because I know a lot of people do, and I know I used to do it too, because that's the case, and I've seen a lot of people do it. Then it's like you're not in reality, bro. You're on your own planet. Like if you have these thoughts and you're just overthinking that entire shit for like I don't know 1 hour, and you're just in your head. It's like you're not living in reality. You're like existing in your own fantasy world. Like you're making up all these assumptions about what this person might like, what this person is like, what this person might react like you're having all these thoughts in your head, but those thoughts don't have anything to do with reality, because what that person that you're thinking about, that person that you the person that you're fantasizing about, or you're projecting your fantasies onto, it's like that's what you think. They probably don't even think of you that way. Like if you talk to somebody and you fuck up, let's say you stutter or you say some stupid shit, and you're like, damn bro, I'm fucking stupid. That person probably doesn't even give a fuck about that. Like people don't think about you the way you think about yourself. People are not as critiquing, and people are not as harsh on you as you are on yourself. Because like we want to be perfect, right? If you're watching this, you're probably a fucking teenager. You just you probably don't have enough experience in life. You probably have not talked to a lot of people. So like, and it's not your fault, right? You're a fucking teenager. You're not a fucking 80-year-old wise fucking grandpa living in the fucking, I don't know, but an emperor or some shit. Like, you're a fucking teenager. Obviously, you're growing, and you takes time to understand those things, right? So you can't like, I get why you kind of get stuck up in your head because nobody taught you this, but I'm teaching you this, so you better thank me, bitch. That's just a joke. But like I was saying, like, a lot of the, how do I say this, bro? A lot of the relations that I've had in the past, certainly, like romantic relations and shit like that, even sometimes friendships too. Like, a lot of them were probably like based very heavily on my fantasies and what I thought of the person, not actually what the person was like, not actually what the person might even but like a lot of those relations were probably like very based around, for me they were based around what I thought and what I projected onto that person. That person probably, the people that the people that I was in relations with, they were not anything like that. Now that I in hindsight think about them, like, they were not anything like I thought, like I fantasized them to be about. They were very normal people. Some of them were not even that intelligent. Some of them were not even that that like, I don't want to be offensive, because I don't think that you should really say anything about the person that you are not in relations with, or you don't know, or you're not cool with like that. But like those are not very intelligent people that I would right now I would want to be in a relations with. So it's like a lot of these things were just based around what I thought of that person, and just based around my fantasies. Because it's like when you project your fantasies onto somebody, let's say that you're projecting your fantasies onto a romantic partner, it's like you have created a fake version of that person in your head. Like, there's the real them, there's there's the actual that person, and then there is the fake version that you have created in your head. That version has nothing to do with that actual that actual body, that actual person. This is a fake version, like a replica, a fake. It's not even a replica, because it's a fake version. It's a manipulated, altered version of that person. And this is the version that you have in your head, and this is how you see them. So this is not that actual person. This is actually a version that you have created in your head, not that actual person. And you have this person, and you have this image of them, this this manipulated version of them in your head, and everything you think about them is filtered through that version. Like, everything that is this person says is, you think that it's actually coming from this person. Let me not get ahead of myself, because I know that, like, this is I don't think, like, I've not heard many people talk about this. Like, I'm probably one of the few people that are talking about shit like this. Probably, like, I'm not even being a narcissist, but that's probably 100% correct, right? Probably nobody has taught you nobody else has probably talked about this like I am. I think so. That's what I think. If I'm a fucking arrogant asshole, then fucking be it. But that's what I think. But where was I? Yeah, like I was saying, that there are versions of like, I would say that majority of the relations we have, even friendships, is like I said, especially me myself, I'm guilty of this. Like, they're heavily based around fantasies. Now they might not be sexual fantasies, but like, sexual fantasies are basically like like a derived fantasy from how do I say this? A sexual fantasy is basically like a derived form of a need, of a craving, or something that you have in your mind. Like, it's deeper than that. It's not just a fucking sexual fantasy. It's deeper than that. Like, it's something that you crave. It's something that that maybe resembles something to you. Like, I know what I'm talking about, and I don't want to go into my own details about this, because I don't think that my sexual fantasies should be out there. But you get what I'm saying if you relate, right? But like like I was saying, there's two versions of a person. One is the actual person itself, and the other one is the version that you have created. Now, this version that you have created, it's like this version is like it's optimized. It's like it's manipulated. It's altered to serve the emotional needs or the the needs that you want, the cravings that you want. Like this version, it's how do I say this? It's basically like it's twisted in the best possible way by you, by your own mind. Dang, whoa! I thought that somebody was, like, yeah, like, come on. So, but like I was saying, this version is basically twisted and altered, and played with. Like it's basically like it's twisted in a way that serves your interest. Now that interest might be a sexual need, it might be emotional need. Mostly it's an emotional need, because I feel like sexual needs are also sexual fantasies are also derived from emotional needs. Because some people they have some childhood traumas and childhood insecurities, and that manifests onto everything. Like, yes, if you have some childhood trauma, then that's going to manifest in everything. That's going to affect how you view relationships. That's going to affect how you behave in certain situations. That's going to affect how your sexual fantasies are. Yes, exactly. So like, yes, that version, that fake version of this person is basically like it's you have created it because it maybe fulfills you in some sort of way. It maybe gives you something that you didn't receive as a child, and maybe it maybe comforts you in some sort of way. But it's the point is that this version is created by you, for you, and for your interest. This version of that person has nothing to do with reality. That's what it actually is. Because if you think about the actual person itself, the actual person that you have created this version of, the actual the real body, the actual person, they're probably not like this fake version. They have they have their own insecurities, they have their own fucking desires, they have their own they have their own life, they have their own unique traits. They're a individual, they're a different unique human being, and you have generalized them into something that they're not, just so, in your head, so they can fit into your cravings. Like, that's not reality, bro. That's some fairy tale type shit. That doesn't have anything to do with reality. Like, these fantasies and these projections that we do onto other people, like, it's living in fantasy land. It's living in wonderland. It has nothing to fucking do with reality, and you're wasting your fucking time if you do this. I used to fantasize a lot. I used to fucking daydream like for hours every day. I've probably even made a video on this, if you remember. Or have I? Yes, I actually remember making a video. I probably privated it because I don't think I got my point across in that video really well. I'll probably make another one on that. Because I feel like when I share my my own stories and stuff with you guys, then it also benefits you, because you're like, damn bro, I can relate to this because I understand you. Fuck you. Sorry, a little malfunction there. But like I was saying, so the point of the message of this video, the basic, the what I wanted to teach you with this video is that you should start, seeking actual connections. You should start seeing people for what they actually are. You should start, actually, rationalizing the things that you are thinking. Because if you don't have any control over it, then whatever thoughts you have, they're fucking manifestations of your own fantasies. Like, we see the world how we see ourselves. Like, whatever events and whatever stuff and whatever insecurities and whatever beliefs that we have in our mind, they affect everything. Like, the way you see the world is not the way I see the world. It's not the way that somebody else sees the world. We all have a unique ways of seeing the world. We all have a unique unique set of Actually, I won't say it's very unique because a lot of the times we our beliefs and stuff like that are pushed onto us. But you get what I mean, right? Like the way you see the world is not necessarily in this context. It's not necessarily the same as somebody else sees the world. Like you might look at somebody and go damn, that's the most amazing person ever. That person is XYZ. That person is so good. That person is so elegant, so fucking whatever. But I might look at that person and I might go, no, I mean, yes, maybe they're a good person, maybe they're that good to you, but I don't think of them that way. That's what I mean. That the way you see the world is basically like a manifestation of your beliefs, your ideas, your fantasies, your fucking your wiring, the way your mind is wired. But it's not necessarily the way somebody else looks at the same thing. So my point is that you shouldn't like pedestalize anybody. You shouldn't like fucking think of somebody as something they're not. You shouldn't like push your fantasies and expect other people to live up to your ideas, because everybody is different. And it's like everybody is different. You can't expect somebody to fucking meet your criteria. I mean, obviously, yes. Like you should have standards, and you should have your own idea on what people you want to surround yourself with. But like, I'm just saying that you can't make a generalized fantasy on, how do I even say this? You get what I mean, right? Like, you can't project your fantasies onto somebody. That's what I'm basically trying to say. And you shouldn't, because that's gonna leave you fucking wanting more connection. That's gonna make you like, that's not gonna end well. So yeah, that's basically the message of this video, that you should stop fantasizing, you should stop living in fantasy land, and you should just start living and seeing people for who they actually are. Because a lot of the times you might fucking pedestalize somebody, and then you end up realizing that these people are fucking retards. Why did I even fucking think of them that way? Like, I've certainly had a lot of times where I've pedestalized people, and now I look at them and I go, really, that's those are the people you think that highly of? Because the way you look at a person, if you're overtly obsessed with somebody, or if you are thinking of somebody in a very high manner, I feel like you don't if they're not your parents, if they're not somebody that close to you, and they're just like fucking some celebrity, or some some romantic partner that you have, that you just met, like, it's like you're pushing it, bro. You're like, they're not all that. You're just fucking, you're fooling yourself. That's what I mean. Stop living in stop trying to I feel like I've said enough. Like, those who want to get it probably have gotten it. So I'm probably gonna end the video right here.